Ubisoft and Xbox on PC. What's happening there? And the Xbox CFT. What is it? CTO. Sorry about that. The outage was unacceptable.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us coming and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's trading through the word skin. All recent gaming go, rates and A top mean. Good morning, coming moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Good morning, everybody. Also tuning in, even the crazy one. Wish you a beautiful and awesome Tuesday. Chat. Good morning. What's up? What's cooking? Why so serious? He came by and says, check out Lou. What's up? Why so serious? How you doing? Eric, hello. Treybone. Ciao, he says. No, Talos, the man with the ray. What's up, Talos? Leroy Lee, good morning. And Big B Money, good morning. How you guys been? What's cooking? I just can't wait to play Halo today. Big B, the question is, are you going to finish that Halo, though? John Wolex, woo! What's up, man? Good morning. How you doing? Are you going to finish Halo, though, Big B Money? That is the question. Are you just going to install it and say, I got a girlfriend, and then, never come back? Because that is the question we all ask. When will it be that Big B Money will actually finish a game? The day he does that, we're going to have a beer. Here live in that morning. What's up, Apex NYC? Good morning. How you doing? Big B. Infinition. What's up, morning? How you doing? What's good? What's cooking? What's good? eBay Mag made a whole video about how he refunded his purchase of Halo. How does that dude go? Well, I mean, if you want to refund it, that's cool. I mean, that one. So you refunded a free code, though. Okay, cool. I'm going to play the fullest, Crazy Louie. Lamont Davis, good morning. Good morning. Ah, man. Today is a beautiful day, chat. Today we have Halo finally coming out, for us, if you want to play it. The guys who did not purchase the early access and stuff like that to play the game, fantastic. If you want to play it right now, go for it. It's ready to install and ready to play. Something I'm happy about is that the outage got worked upon and got fixed, even though it took a long-ass time to fix. But the sweetest thing happened, though, and that is that this guy came out and literally told you what was the problem with this situation. And they came out and literally explained it to all of us, something that no company ever does. And that was a pretty nice gesture from them. Pretty sweet, too. Pretty awesome. Pretty fantastic. I mean, I think that was so cool. Basis, I would think that since Mag knows all the highest up people at MS, he would have known that Halo wouldn't be up to his standards. Never knew he had standards, though. I mean, guy who sits down and listens to emails, though, just a random email out of no one, printed out a piece of paper and just started to talk about a random email out of nowhere. Do not know if he has that kind of standard though. So, chat, bringing it back in. Let's go. Let's talk about what has happened. I mean, let's talk about the whole situation that went down yesterday with the outage, which was crazy. 20-hour outage. And what I said, the coolest thing ever happened was the CTO came out and literally started to explain everything that went down with this. And I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. Because at the end of the day, no company ever does this. And to be honest though, it was good because now people know what the hell happened, what went down, and what was the problem behind the situation. I'm guessing that now, I guess media will go out there and say, whoa, Xbox was hacked. Like they always do. You know how it is, right, chat? Matt couldn't play early access. Aw, poor him. I'm sorry for him. I mean, I'm sorry for the people who actually could not do the early access, but hey, that shit happens. I usually wait a while. By the time the early access comes out or something, I'm at work doing something. So, or I'm here chilling with you guys, like, you know, like I was doing that day, and then after that, I went to go to work. But that's how life is. So, Scott Van Vellet. That sounds like an artist name, though. Scott Van Vellet. Scott Van Vellet. Or Violet. Is Scott Van Violet? No. Oh, it's Scott Van Vliet. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I switched the L with the I, though. Sorry about that, Vliet, Mr. Vliet. I'm so sorry. I do apologize for that. So, it says here. Earlier today, many players began experiencing issues with sign in, enumerating their game libraries and playing games. The team has worked hard throughout the day to fix the issue, and we've restored service as of 2:30 p.m. PDT. Nonetheless, this is an unacceptable situation, and we must do better to support you. There you go. There you go. See what I mean? Maga's gonna play standard. All right, sweet. I had no problems playing my games on Xbox yesterday. I mean, I didn't. The only problem I had was with like the normal titles, and I could launch Arc Raiders and stuff like that, you know. But at the end of the day, though, I had to go to work. Though it was early in the morning. Over the coming weeks, you'll hear more from me about our services, our platform, and the work we're doing to make Xbox better. And that starts with some transparency about this incident. So this is what happened, chat. Loud and clear. What happened late last night, a licensing service that sits outside of Xbox, but which Xbox depends on, began failing. This caused some sign-in scenarios to fail, and it caused many scenarios that required an entitlement check to also fail. Such as listing out with your full library and launching games that you own. It also affected several of our publishing and store partners who depend on these same systems, which is why some of you saw issues in specific games and not others. Uh-oh. Hey, Dark Zone, good morning. Reading here the situation that happened yesterday. So this is what we did. What they did, not Lou, but this is what they did though. On our call, teams caught the first signals overnight through automatic monitoring and declared a major incident. Uh-oh. Once we isolated the failing infrastructure, we shifted traffic onto the healthy parts of the system. While the team continued to work towards a root cause, service came back unevenly across regions, which is why some of you recovered hours before others. What's next? We are running a full post-incident review. I care less about the one-line root cause and more about the real question. Why a failure in one service was able to take down this much? Why recovery took as long as it did, and what we changed so a single point of failure can't ruin your night again. That means hardening the dependencies underneath sign-in and game launch, approving how we detect and contain this class of failure, and being faster and clear with you when something breaks. Thank you for your patience, and the reports that generally helped us narrow this down will do better. So this guy came out, Scott Van Vliet, he came out and literally told everything what was going on, which was actually a pretty nice gesture from his side, because at the end of the day, though, these companies don't do that sort of stuff, right? They don't sit down with you. They don't try to explain it to you. They don't try to tell you, hey, look, this is the problem. This is what goes on. This is the situation. And I'm glad they actually did come out and explain that, okay, we had a problem over here with this and this and this and this and this. And they went in to fix it. And even though it took them a while, and the thing is, though, because here's something that people need to understand behind the situation, that even though this problem happened, was it good for Xbox? Yes. Why do I say was it good for Xbox? Because at the end of the day, they're going to figure out ways so this does not happen again. But it's bad at the same time because, you know, a lot of users were out there trying to play games and they couldn't play games because of the situation that went down behind this problem. But the good thing is they're taking notice of that. The good thing is they're going to try to fix this, so the next time this happens, it doesn't happen as major as it did. So good stuff right there. Good stuff on some reporting then. Good stuff, good stuff. Remind me what Sony said about their outages again? Oh, that's right. Absolutely nothing. Sony didn't say shit. They did not sit down and talk to anyone about this or say, okay, this is the problem. This is what happened. You know, nothing. They just sit there and shut up about it and just let things roll through. I mean, at the end of the day, they would have said something. They would have gotten pummeled down too by the fanboys about the whole physical dominance thing that's been going on, you know. So, want to see something funny though? Here, Chad, let's make fun of this because I saw something yesterday and I was like, oh, look at this right here. Look at this shit. So let me find this guy. Look at this shit. This is so funny. This is so funny. Why do I say this is funny? Because I can't believe this guy went out there and posted this on Twitter. Like, it affects him in some sort of way. I don't understand, and you can't even respond to him. But chat, let's have some fun with this one and joke about it. All right, here we go. So, Hunter on X. He says, there's like 5 dudes doing all the PlayStation community notes. Same 5 people on every PlayStation post, every PlayStation regional post, and any post that doesn't enthusiastically support disc. Moonlight Kingfisher alone has done 100 of community notes. How does this affect you, bro? Seriously. Like, out of all things, why should this affect you in your life? Let them do the community notes. If people are not happy with what Sony is doing, that's their problem. Well, I don't understand you always go out here trying to fend for Sony. Are you sponsored? Because the other day I put it out there on Twitter, you came by with a really weird response, but I'm guessing you are though. Because again, why does this bother you? That the same 5 people are out there doing community notes to PlayStation, especially for the things they've been doing as of late. I mean, I don't understand why people cannot read the room out there. Read the room, my friend. Understand something. There's people that are mad about the situation, whether you like it or not. No matter how much you want to defend, no matter how much you want to quote, everyone out there, from David Jaffe, from Alana Pierce, to everyone out there you want to quote just to stop this shenanigans, it's not going to stop. The only one who can stop it is called PlayStation. Nobody else. And it's been a month since they said something about it, and yet all they done is been quiet. So if I was you, I would butt out of this. That's what you would do. And funny enough, he even blocked all the accounts that can't reply. Shame on you, my friend. Because I was about to jump in and say, how does this affect you? Why does it bother you? I'm being serious. That was a question I was going to ask, though. It's me, the Broke Boy Lewis, with the $2 super. Check out the article I just sent. Show it to Brap. Oh, Lord. To who? Why am I going to show it to him? Why am I going to show it to him? Because at the end of the day, he says what he says, though. So that's not going to change, though. So at the end of the day, it's just a waste of time talking to Brad. But, and why am I going to say, I already asked him that question, like, who are you? Are you serious? Oh, God. No way. Oh man, here comes Game Rant. Who are remakes like Halo campaign evolved even for? Who are they for? I got a question. Who is the Last of Us remake for? Who is the what's the other one, chat? Last of Us remake, Days Gone remake, or remaster? Who are those remakes and remasters for then? What kind of dumbass question is this? This Halo remake, of course, was for the PlayStation fans out there too. That's for what it was. I mean, what do you think though? Same thing as they did with Reloaded though, and didn't do shit. Lord. What an idiot title. So let's read about this. Let's reach out. Let's go see what is it. What is Until Dawn? Exactly, Until Dawn. Yeah, that's another one. So this is by LBBS Todd. Is a writer and musician based in Nashville. Her love of gaming began with introducing her to Banjo-Kazooie and Jack Daxter when she was 5 years old. Okay, right. I mean, if you love gaming and you don't understand what is this for, but okay though. I mean, even though a lot of us didn't ask for this, which I get that, you can actually say that out there in the article, and I would have said, you know, I kind of agree though, we didn't ask for this, but, oh, good God. Halo Campaign Evolved takes one of the most iconic first-person shooters of all time and gives it new life in a modern makeover, but there has already been plenty of debate about whether this remake was actually necessary or not. Now that Campaign Evolved is 25 years old, a Halo Campaign Evolved has made a variety of tweaks and even marks the series' first time to on a Sony console. You just answered your question from the title. Campaign Evolved is a huge milestone for Xbox flagship franchise that also serves as a reminder that some remakes aren't going to leave every fan satisfied. How do you know they're not satisfied or not though? And I got a question though. Do we mind if people are going to be satisfied over a video game title? I mean, I don't want to know if y'all going to be satisfied over a video game. I'll be like, I mean, being satisfied, you know, from a video game, yeah, you know, hey! Nah, man. Combat Evolved, sorry, was the first FPS I ever played. Oh, Combat Evolved. Okay, was the first FPS ever played. Okay, I was like, what? What? I thought it was Campaign Evolved. I was like, wait, so now you're playing this right now? Oh, Lord. Rachie, what's up? Crazy Position was real. My physical Assassin's Creed collection. Will we play on PC and Series S? I hope so. Woohoo! Let's go. Yep, I got that article right here. We're going to talk about it too. I was far too young to the time to actually be good at the game, but that didn't stop me from spending hours upon hours fighting grunts and exploring the silent cartographer. Okay. As I got a little older and honed my gaming skills, I never forgot how scared I got after running into the flood for the first time. Wow, you never played Resident Evil? Shit. Getting to revisit these moments over the weekend in a brand new light with Campaign Evolved was a wild trip down memory lane, but it left me wondering what the point of this remake and other remakes like it ultimately is. Campaign Evolved is a solid remake that has me convinced Halo Studios is going to be more focused on new players moving forward. But in France, I've been deeply divided about the remake, and newcomers seem to be enjoying their first time with the Halo game for the most part. Wow. The only thing the majority of players seem to agree on is that Campaign Evolved is a solid demonstration of how great Halo on Unreal Engine 5 looks. Since this remake was testing ground for Halo Studios to practice working with the engine, it's intriguing to get a glimpse of the future Halo games will look like. Maybe that's why they did that remake. It was way more cheaper. Maybe that's why. So they decided to do the remake. You know, it was going to be way more cheaper to try Unreal Engine 5 to see how the game runs. Maybe because of that. I mean, yo, you've been answering your questions all the freaking time, but alright, yeah. Let's go see. Ponies thought it was called Combat Evolved, that's why I wanted to play. The PS5 is the PS4 Pro. That is so true. Bots talking about Fable, Ponies about Lao Fei. Meanwhile, I will be playing Metro 2039 and Persona 4 Remake. Sweet. Oh yeah, this comes on that date though. Damn it. Well, let's keep it going though. Alright, so where was I? Remake really do anything enough to feel... Even though the franchise hasn't hit me in the recent years, I'm still a long-time Halo fan. If it hasn't hit you in the recent years and you're a long-time Halo fan, you don't know shit then. I have the 7-Eleven Halo 3 Slurpee cup to prove it. Oh, because you have a cup, you gotta prove it then. Really? I mean, it's just a cup, but alright. So... let's see though. I enjoy most of my time playing Campaign Evolved, but it also left me feeling like I will simply boot up the original game and just has as much fun. Despite its 25-year-old status, Combat Evolved still feels great, and Campaign Evolved is a remake that doesn't really need to do anything new enough to make it feel worth it. At least for a player who's been with the series since childhood. Yeah, Halo Campaign Evolved third-person mode and sprint option are big departures from the original mechanics, but these features also feel like small tests and meaningful additions to the game. Wow, she's really mad. I want to be clear that I'm not a Combat Evolved purist. If anything, I'm frustrated that this remake didn't take more risk with the story, especially when Halo Studios had the perfect chance to do so. Halo Campaign Evolved's new missions are filler that just don't make any real attempts to expand upon the lure, and it feels like a glaring missed opportunity. Wow, you're such a big fan, really? And you got a Slurpee cup? I mean, what kind of a fan is that? I wish I never had you as a fan. Jesus, wow. Wow. Damn. With so many Halo books to draw inspiration from and adapt, not diving deeper into certain story aspects is surprising. Wow. Uh-oh. Let me see. Campaign Evolved was meant to introduce new players to the franchise while also banking on nostalgia for extra sales. What's wrong with that? Incredible. So PlayStation does this and it's okay. So, what's your point? I mean, I'm trying to understand, but okay. The remake offers something for both the veteran players and newcomers, but it feels like, to be clear, Target Halo Studios wouldn't have a third person and emphasize sprint if that wasn't the case. Sprint isn't anything too new to the series. The feature has been part of the Halo games for years at this point. By adding it to the first chapter is a move that demonstrates how Halo Studios wants to attract gamers who consider certain features have for any good modern FPS. If Halo wants to continue appealing to newcomers, only makes sense. The Halo franchise has been in a weird state for the past few years, and yet you're a Halo fan. Everything feels actually like a bit stuck in limbo ever since Halo Infinite came out. And it's not clear if new Halo games are actually in the cards yet. Rumors have been claiming that Halo Studios has canceled its multiplayer and campaign projects, but this should be taken with a grain of salt until addressed by the studio itself. Regardless, these rumors are a further reflection of the rocky state of the Halo franchise is in. It's in desperate need of a revamp, and if a remake proves paved that path, then so be it. The one big downside of newcomers' experience Campaign Evolved is that they weren't able to see how revolutionary the game once was. Combat Evolved changed the entire FPS landscape, and so many missing out on that is shame. It's impossible to truly replicate the past, though, and that's why I've come to believe that remakes are largely meant for the next generation. Coffee sip. Remakes are largely a defibrillator. The Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake is a great example of that. Ubisoft series had several years of diverse titles under its belt, and Black Flag Racing offered a much needed win that can get both old and new players excited about the franchise's next chapter. The younger generation ultimately is going to be the one responsible for pushing series in the future, though. Even if the franchise is thriving, remakes are still largely targeted towards new players. Remakes of Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4, and Nintendo's upcoming Ocarina of Time remake for the Nintendo Switch 2 feel like attempts to preserve franchise's best titles and introduce them to new gamers. Long-time fans hopping on board is simply a plus. So then what was wrong with the Halo remake then? See, these guys go out there and shame Halo for being a remake, yet they support Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4, and plus Ocarina of Time. Yes, those are great remakes. Yahoo! If Halo's going to last 25 years, then Xbox has to capture the attention of a brand new kind of player. Even if campaign evolved on PS5 is the only Halo game ever to come to the Sony console, Xbox likely crossing his fingers that it's enough to inspire some will potentially buy a new Xbox console for the first time in the order to play future chapters. Campaign Evolved is largely made up of Combat Evolved original DNA, but the item mechanics it emphasizes and shiny new visuals is a clear sign that the remake is meant as an introduction instead of a nostalgia-filled reunion. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I mean, I'll be honest with you, lately, I just love how they go out there and tackle something like, look, nobody asked for this Halo remake, 100%. I can agree with that. Nobody asked for that. But if they're doing this because it was way more cheaper to get a remake out there, it was way more cheaper to see how Unreal Engine works, and it's way more cheaper to see how people might react, maybe that was why they remade it. That's probably why. It's not about how hard it is, it's about not being the intent of the studios to set out to accomplish. Japan Studios was my favorite studios from PlayStation. Black Flag remake was unnecessary but welcome. Well, here's the thing about Black Flag though. I was happy that was remade. Because remember, Black Flag came out in the 360 era, close to Xbox One, stuff like that. But it was basically a 360 game. And it needed to be kind of revived though. And to be honest though, that is the best Assassin's Creed out there. That's why I don't read this trash. I was reading it Safa just to laugh at it. Because I gotta laugh at people when they come up with a lot of bullshit. I like how her opinions The Last of Us 1 remake and Horizon Zero Dawn remake. I like to know, I would like that too, you babe. I'm being serious. That would be awesome to see. It's all opinionated garbage. I agree with you, Safa, 100%. And speaking of that, since you guys brought it into subject, let's read this. Because out of all things, this sucks. I can't believe, PlayStation went out there and did this. Of course they did it, and we will now know why they did it. And man, this really is pathetic. They went out there and shut down Japan Studio. So for me, did I say for me? Sorry, chat. Let me go back to alright, so it says here. Make PlayStation weird again. It's a strict witness. So former Sony executive Shuhei Yoshida revealed the reasons why Japan Studio shut down, noting that the gaming market made it really difficult for the studio's game to succeed. Yoshida also commented on the expectation that Sony had for its developers in Sony and Japan Studio for AAA PlayStation games. In November 2024, Yoshida announced his plans to stepping down PlayStation head of Indies roles at Sony Interactive Entertainment on January 15, 2025. After serving more than 30 years with the company, in the few months following his departure from the company, Yoshida shared more insight about his role in recent years at Sony, including how he had no choice but to accept the head of Indies position or leave Sony entirely in 2019. A few years after transitioning into his new role, Japan Studio was reorganized in 2021 and shut down. Wow. Shuhei revealed new details about the shutdown of Japan Studios in 2021 on the Sacred Symbols podcast, citing that the market became really difficult for the smaller AA titles that the studio created for Sony. I'll tell you this much, if they would have made the Legend of Dragoon back with Blue Point, Holy shit. I would have been there buying it, playing the fuck out of that game. But, never gonna happen. I mean, as of now, chat. I mean, it can happen, though. It still could happen, but never gonna happen because shit. Yoshida explained that Sony didn't have many products with AAA levels of success for some time during his tenure as head of World Studios at Sony. Other than Gran Turismo, over time, bigger AAA games became more important, with indie games filling up in the gap of Japan Studios' smaller AA games once filled. As a result, Yoshida wasn't able to greenlight any concepts on new games, including one that Gravity Rush 2 and a Slitherhead director Kiichiro Toyama, sorry if I misspelled your name, but it's okay, approached him with the after Gravity Rush 2 release in 2017. Moreover, Yoshida explained he was successful at having successful live service game, and he stated that he was not able to have amazingly successful games made in Japan. Coupled with the rising indie games market, Sony shifted its focus away from Japan's studio intellectual properties, and Yoshida began to work with indie developers as parts of a new initiative once Herman Host replaced him as president. Wow. After Japan's studio shut down, the majority of the development staff was let go and went on to create new games, even build new studios. Toriyama founded Bokeh Game Studio and went on to create the release of Slitherhead. As Yoshida recent during the podcast, Yoshida commented that on Ratatan, the upcoming Patapon spiritual successful. Although the studio is no longer around, Yoshida notes that Ratatan continues Japan's studio's legacy, and the game with Sony wouldn't currently make. Yoshida may have left Sony in January, but he's still actively involved in the gaming industry in 2025. One of the most recent roles include the voice actor in the upcoming game Promised Mascot Agency, and he also hoping for more surprises involving Nintendo Switch 2. Alright, done. For me, that was Sony's biggest mistake, shutting down that studio. They should have kept it alive, especially right now since you got indie games and AA games going out there pitching out ideas and doing fantastic, though. So, at the end of the day, though, shoot. Shutting down that studio was a terrible mistake. I mean, that studio should have gone with Blue Point, sit down and say, okay, look, let's remake Legend of Dragoon. That would have been, especially after Clear Obscure came out there and became what it became, it would have been fantastic. They would remake Legend of Dragoon and get it out there. That game would have sold like fucking crazy. But we all know they look at God of War, they look at all these titles that are blockbuster titles in order for them to sell, and they don't look at what's important and what people like actually want. I mean, there's people out there who's been asking for them for SOCOM. There's people out there who's been asking for Twisted Metal. There's people out there who's been asking for all sorts of games, and yet they don't want to give it to them. Siphon Filter, a ton of those games. Jesus. And they wanted to bet on these remakes and remasters with these games. Wow, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I had to see these bastardized 6 like they did the 7 remakes though. Japan gonna lay off staff again. I don't expect too much from PlayStation, and PlayStation fan already angry for past whole month. Yep, they are pissed off. Really mad. I've never seen these guys being so mad. It's been actually entertaining and funny though. Sony can hardly get game out the door these days. The Xbox outage is last Sunday. Xbox explained why it happened to it. They did. Keeping Japan Studio would have allowed us to fill the gap of internal AA titles and more cadence, like Astrobot, one of the best games SIE has done in a while. True that. GTA 6 region locked on PlayStation. Yep, I saw that. I'm about to go tackle that too. Not true. PlayStation's biggest mistake was Concord. Listen, why so serious? Concord was going to happen either way, no matter what. No matter what was going to happen. Their biggest mistake was shutting down that studio, though. Out of all the studios that could have just gone away, that studio should have never been shut down. Because that studio has been there for the longest of years. Even though the games didn't like, though, why didn't they like? Because people didn't ask for that. I mean, for fuck's sakes, make them a Legend of Dragoon. Make them a SOCOM. But, you know, I'm not even going to complain anymore about that, though, because that's all long gone. People bash Xbox for not having a Fallout game ready for the shows, yet no Twisted Metal on for the show. That's how people are, my friend. Astro is okay, it's not that all BIMO. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 ports on PlayStation will have sold 7 million units, so Conquer wasn't a mistake. Well, it was going to happen either way, though. It was going to be their mistake or not. It was going to be a mistake right there, no matter what. Where is Mudang at? I do not know. It was going to happen either way, though. They buying the studio or not, that game was going to fail. It was going to shut down right away. But Bungie's scanning Sony. That's another problem, though. And for me, that's even worse than Concord, though, because even though Concord, they bought the studio, and at least that game came out and shut down right away. It didn't even last like a week or two, right? Or what was it? 2 weeks tops. At least it was shut down. Bungie is out there trying to cook, and yet I don't know about that, though. So let me grab this article that happened, though. And this comes from good old Polygon. Of course, the guys that love PlayStation more than they do Xbox, because they love to trash Xbox. But this is interesting, chat. This is interesting. Uh-oh. 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 They ain't gonna like me, but it's okay. Xbox will give GTA 6 players a major advantage over PS5. Uh-oh. It says here why some players might prefer to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on PS5. There's a restriction that might just make them reconsider. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, chat. This ain't looking good. Sony so done that they probably thought that they got the new Halo IP when they bought Bungie. Oh, yes. I remember that. They were saying, oh, Halo's going to release here when Bungie... I was like, oh, God. Dude. It's just... Those arguments, though. You got to love them how far stupid they can go. Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most highly anticipated games of the decade, so when pre-orders went live, fans moved fast to secure their copy. It is time exclusive on console, so players who want to get their hands on it and on day one will have to play it on Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. While many fans already have a preferred platform for the game, others still have to decide whether they want to play it. And there is one detail that might just help them make their choice. GTA 6 download codes are region locked on PS5 but not on Xbox. Wow. After the pre-order frenzy, IGN reported the PS5 affiliate link outperformed Xbox by 8-1. This made it seem like PS5 link was widely more popular. However, according to Xbox, that report didn't actually reflect the sales. Wow, that got shut down quick. Remember that? It was data based on the internet traffic, not a financial reports. Exactly. IGN looked like a fool out there. And yet Brappy believes that there's no Xbox tax, but okay. And it claimed that it has seen numbers with its GTA 6 pre-orders. The fact that download codes are region locked on its competitor's platform might just be what Xbox needs to boost these numbers even further. Wow. Region locked games cannot be redeemed if the country associated with the player's account doesn't match the code's region. Since Grand Theft Auto 6 will not be available on physical discs and physical editions will only contain a code inside, all players will be forced to own a digital copy of the game. That means that everyone playing it on PS5 will be subject to this restriction. Gamers won't have to worry about this issue on Xbox, as codes will be redeemable on any accounts regardless of the region. Wow. Knowing the region is particularly important for PlayStation players who want to buy physical editions of the game rather than the console official store. Even though they may only have a code inside no disc, many fans are still collecting video game boxes and displaying them. It is for the main reason why gamers are pushing so hard against Sony attempt to end game disc altogether. To avoid Activision issues, players should understand which region their country belongs to. Oh shit. Given that there already benefits purchasing Grand Theft Auto 6 physical versions, retail stores have found themselves in a tough position as they seeing clear decline in pre-orders, GameStop employees have shared their experience of GTA 6 pre-order sales, and it's apparent that many players are instead purchasing these boxes with the region lock code inside. They prefer to go back home and make it a digital pre-order instead. So wait, these are the countries that is not allowed though? Oh, knowing that the region particularly, okay, is some of the main regions, Sony's attempt to avoid this, to avoid activation, players should understand which region their country belongs to. Wow. They blocked people out there again. Sony, why does Sony love to block people though? Man, again, Target, good morning. I'm going to keep my coded receipts on my shelf as part of my collection. I got an idea, Megan. Here's an idea though. Why don't you grab, this is what you gotta do though. This is what you gotta do. I already told the chat what I have to do though. So once you get the code though, right? Oh, no, I was about to leave the show. No. Am I here? Okay, perfect. I was about to hit X on the show by accident. So this is what you do though. You grab the code, right, Megan? You grab the code. You go to a print shop. You say, plastify this code for me. Like put it in plastic, like how we used to do with baseball cards and everything, so you can keep the preservation. And that way, when you put the code on the wall or hanging on the wall, whatever you're gonna do with the code, that means that the code won't be or dead or the cardboard won't be eaten by the sun or anything. So make sure you get that sucker plastified. So that way you don't get the dust or anything on it. All right. Nothing is big GTA, but big games have launched. Whether they have digital only is not is irrelevant. Expect to see UK Game Showcase and Game Studio will reveal. Oh man, it's calling me now. Hold on, chat. Let me write to her. 1 second, chat. Let me write to her. Vuelvo en breve. Alright, yeah. Just type into her to tell her that I want to talk to her. Alright, so. Let's see though. Japan already sued some game company for the past 10 years. Already sued? Which one though? Damn. Apex Facts and Sony thought it was a great idea to buy them, laugh out loud. Which one though? Which one? Bungie was struggling to keep Destiny afloat. That is true though. That is true. Uy, did you hear that GTA 6 code in the box expires after 170 days? You gotta be shitting me though. Are you serious? Are you serious? No, that cannot be true though. That cannot be true. Leroy Lee with the $2 super chat. He says, waiting for GTA 6 and Fable 4. Let's go. Someone's telling me GTA was likely censored on PS. Hey, what's up, Pickles? How you doing? Yeah, it could be. It could be. I mean, look. If they come up with that censor bullshit, avoid to receipt rot. Thank you for the tips on how to avoid receipt rot, sir. This making Target laughing. You're welcome. You're welcome. But if they come up with that bullshit, they're gonna get fired. I mean, they try to do it with Stellar Blade, and look all the fire they got. They had grunts going out there fighting this battle, and these guys make videos like, please, you are my sword and shield. Do not block. Do not censor Stellar Blade. I'm like, oh Lord. Hey, that is Zebra 40K. What's up, man? Good morning. So yeah, you remember all that stuff though? I was laughing so hard with that. Oh yeah, when is that? When is the ID verification comes to play though? Glad I don't play GTA, laugh out loud. I don't expect data center crash anytime sooner or later. Oh, yeah. Like I said though, Sony's biggest mistake was Sony shutting down Japan studios. One of their biggest gigantic mistake was that. Then after that, buying Concord. Then after that, getting Bungie. Man, Sony's been making mistakes all over the place. Thank you, Jimbo. You done a pretty good job on how to fuck up PlayStation. Yep. But in the end though, I gotta say something that is so true. This is the fans' fault that all this is happening. It's nobody else's fault, it's just the fans. Why do I say this is the fans' fault? Because they let PlayStation do whatever the fuck it want with them. CD Projekt Red partnered with Shantae. It's going to be interesting for Cyberpunk and Runner. We'll see if that's true or not. OpenAI said they achieve singularity. Ain't no way. So, let's jump into this chat because we got some good news when it comes down to Xbox. Besides, them coming out and telling you about the situation that happened yesterday. That was pretty good news at the end of the day because they came out and literally made a clear post about it. But, chat, good news for us. Let's read this. If you're on the Xbox console, which you should, and if you do not own one, which you should get one, but again, if you can buy it for real cheap and used, go ahead and get it. Do not go out there and buy a new console because they, in 2 more days, are going to have their price hike. And shout out to the 53 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell. Let's go. So, let's get into this. It says here, loud and clear. Play more Ubisoft games on PC. New content now available for Xbox on PC plus free PC redemption. So Ubisoft and Xbox are expanding their partnerships with 2 big updates coming today. The addition of premium editions and selected add-on content for a wide range of Ubisoft titles for Xbox on PC and free benefit for select games, where Xbox console players can snag the PC version at no additional cost. More Ubisoft content in the Xbox PC app. A broad selection of digital games with premium editions and or on context have been added for Xbox on PC. Highlights include some of the biggest names on the Ubisoft catalog. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Skull and Bones, and Prince of Persia The Lost Crown. Alongside fan favorites spanning the Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, The Crew, and Watch Dogs franchises and more. Xbox console to PC offer. Players who own the digital Xbox console version of select games can now access the PC version through Ubisoft Connect at no additional cost. Check them out below. We have Assassin's Creed Mirage, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Avatar's Frontiers of Pandora, Far Cry 6, Immortal Phoenix Rising, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, Riders Republic, Skull and Bones, The Crew 2, The Crew Motorfest. Oof, so much. Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Extraction, Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege, and Watch Dogs Legion. Yeesh. Please update Ubisoft Connect to the newest version to ensure the titles are available in your library. From today, customers that purchase the digital version of these titles will immediately get the Xbox console and Xbox on PC digital versions. For existing owners of the Xbox digital version of the listed titles, you will receive the PC version during progressive rollout period until August 4th. Still got questions? We got you covered. Q&A. Does this work the other way around? If I own the PC version, do I get the console version free? No, you can only claim a free PC version, not the other way around. No! Does my season pad or add content also transfer? For most games, the addition and DLC content you own on Xbox will transfer to PC version at no extra cost. The only exception are consumable items such as in-game currency or time-used content, which will not carry over. To see exactly what content on your PC, open Ubisoft Connect PC, where your library will display the edition name tied to your account and which games properties page provides a full breakdown of the owned DLC and add-on content. Our in-game currency consumable included on the add-on content available on the Xbox PC app. No currency consumables are excluded from this offerings. However, with select games that support cross-progression, users will find all their content from Xbox version on the PC version. So that's pretty cool though. I like how Xbox is going out there and announcing stuff like this. But here's my question though. Do you have to log into Ubisoft in order to download these games though? In order to have it play. So you gotta have Ubisoft open to play this though? I'm asking an honest question though, chat. You guys tell me. Far Cry into development mode. New Far Cry game. Oh no. Here I am, Washington, to Try to get my lap. What? Switch to, let me see, Helix, the side console when it gets hot. Can't control who buy the game. I see DLC update. I haven't even touched my Switch in years. Play only touch it to move it or watch YouTube. Nintendo won't hoodwink me again. Wow. I expect Stellar Blade Squad will be coming to Switch 2. I always expect for Stellar Blades in 2025 and knew it coming. My mom used to watch my NES like a dish, soap and everything. Still work though. Damn. Yes, you need Ubisoft Connect and play their PC games. All right, got it. So basically, what you're telling me is, so if I have the game on Xbox, right, and you know everything is linked together, so you gotta link the Ubisoft Connect with the Xbox, username in order to play it. That's what you mean, though. You gotta link everything up in order to play it. So you gotta launch Ubisoft Connect to play the game that already Xbox owns. So basically, this is not an Xbox Anywhere title. It's just a way for you that if you own this game over here, you gotta turn on the Ubisoft Plus or the Ubisoft Connect, right? Log into it and start playing the game. That's what you mean, right? But it has to be through Ubisoft. It's not allowed the other way around. That's crazy, though. Everybody should be on Xbox. They do way more for the community than the other two. The thing is, JTB is going to be a hard battle, though, because we battle this every single day, all the freaking time. We go in and battle these suckers, man. Why do we go in and battle these suckers? Because, look, it's hard to fight all these media sites that get everyone's attention, though. The only way they'll notice something is going on is if they say, F you, we're dumping you. That's it. Yeah, it's the same way EA where you need to launch their games as well. Oh, cool. Okay, got it. David Cohen says the Xbox outages are not frequent. When they happen, they do not last much longer. The PlayStation Xbox outages are not even permanent. But here's the thing, though, David. This one lasted 20 hours. The problem is we did not feel it because, you know, it was basically, what was it? It was on a Sunday night to a Monday. So once this happened, though, during the day, a lot of us were already at work. So we did not feel it as much, though. But it was a 20-hour outage, my friend. That's a lot, though, to be honest. That's a lot. So basically, like around, let's see, I think it was earlier then. But wait a minute. Well, the problem started 20 hours ago, and then it got big along the way, though. So, Safo, Marvel Token is a mess on PC? Because I saw you brought that up, though. We didn't, like, deliver too much upon it. But you're telling me that Marvel Token was a mess on PC, though. Wow. Way to go. Let's see, though. Going down the list. "20 hours was long enough for me to think about touching grass." I mean, that's what you can do, though. Yes, it plays a complete ass on PC. Wow. Especially a game that was supposedly, you know, hey, you know, it's going to be as good as the PlayStation and PC. Okay. Well, good luck, guys. But 20 hours was long enough for me to think about touching grass. That's the thing, though, the zebra. I mean, that's something I don't understand. Like, people was on here like, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. I'm like, yo, just go outside. I mean, look, it has happened to a lot of us. Even phone companies have their outages. And here's the thing, though. I'm not defending what the outage was, though. I'm just speaking the truth, though. Because when you get an outage, though, you get pissed. It's annoying. It bothers you and everything. But here's what I do, though. I just or either connect to Wi-Fi or just go outside, enjoy nature, enjoy the sunlight, just go out. That's what I did though. Go watch a movie or go hang out with friends. I mean, look, I know it sucks. It sucks that these outages happen, but there's other options. There's movies, DVDs, Blu-rays. Oh, that's right. We don't have any more Blu-rays. Sorry about that. Yeah. You know, Sony canceled all this stuff. Yeah. I have like 80 hours and Days Gone. They really wish they made a sequel, and they were going to make a sequel, but Sony said nope. Because it wasn't a blockbuster title, my friend. They said nope, and the sequel was going to be co-op. Co-op. It was going to be co-op, chat. It was going to be awesome. It was going to be awesome. Tarnished Gamer, U6K with a $10 super chat. Sony intentionally sabotages their games on PC. That's why I don't play them. They have a conflict of interest where they don't want people moving away from PlayStation while they're still trying to generate revenue on PC. That is 100% correct, my friend. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're doing all this stuff, right? They're doing all this stuff just to bring the player onward here to the console. Because funny enough, I'm not affected by it. But when I was affected by Helldivers, when I was affected by all the other games, right? That I could not buy them on PC, on PlayStation, I could pick them up. No problem. It was available for me to pick up on PlayStation. But yet here on PC on Steam, it wasn't available for me. And that's why I did not pick up the game either on PlayStation or on PC. I picked it up on Xbox. Yes, I did. But you're right, though. You're right. 100% correct. That's a fact, though. That is correct, my friend. 20 hours as insane, though, and no wonder. And this, I think they did that on purpose just to show their just to show their investors that this was not going to work, though. And that's why the emulator exists. Yep, that's the emulator right there. That's true, though. 20 hours is insane, though. Also used to happen to me on Xbox, but now internet and Wi-Fi are literally much faster. Also, the good news is that there are games on Xbox that can be played offline too. Yes, David, but the problem was that it was literally almost everything. You couldn't even sign into your profile. There was a lot of things that were being affected to it. A lot. And I mean, that this happened to several people, though. Because remember, one thing, though, and I always keep saying this, and it's the truth, though. No matter what, even though you were not affected by it, there were still people who were affected by it. Just like, you know, when they have, what's it called? Like the whole liquid metal situation, you know, when you tell people, well, there's a liquid metal situation on the PlayStation 5, they say, well, that has not happened to me. It does not mean that because it didn't happen to you, does not mean that does not happen. It happens to everyone. So, yeah. But you're right, though. They're trying to sabotage PC for what? Just to bring the players on the PlayStation? Well, good luck with that, especially with a console that's worth nearly almost double since it came out. No joke. I mean, that motherfucker's expensive. It's mad expensive. Shoot. Oof. Mad expensive for that crap. Too much money for that. So let's go see. Why, while only one technically a remake, then why did they ask for this? The Last of Us Part 1 remaster, The Last of Us Part 1 remake, The Last of Us Part 2 remaster, Until Dawn remaster, Days Gone remaster, Spider-Man 2018 remaster, Horizon Zero Dawn remaster. All leave off the list. Death Stranding Director's Cut and Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. That was Broke Boy out there tweeting against the Game Rant. The Game Rant talking about Halo. Yes, I'm a Halo fan. It really shows how much of a Halo fan you are, though. It really is. Check this out, chat. Now, because we didn't have nothing bad to talk about Xbox besides the outage that happened, though. Let's talk about they decided to jump back again to Game Pass, and that's it. Game Pass was supposed to sell all-you-can-play subscription service that put Xbox on the top after a disastrous generation. Instead, it's a failure that's threatening to ruin the company. Explain to me, how is that ruining the company, though? I know what actually ruined the company. Simple. They didn't tell everyone they existed out there. That was the main problem. Also, they also saw why never they has good sales on exclusives, because they're exclusive. They know you pay up. Also, I agree with you. Even if the internet outages don't affect, it can affect people. Oh, you're ready to delete it? Okay, David. Astrobot has been on sale for 6 months. LaFella says, you babe. Really? No way. They figured out Cybersource PC version. PC players would just buy it and PS and buy it on there. Sony is a scummy ass company. But here's the funny part. Do you think? Here's what they don't understand, though. Here's what they don't understand. Why do you think a person that has a PC will actually go out there and buy a PlayStation just to play one fucking game? Seriously, they have that in their minds, though. It's stuck in there, like it's glued into their heads. They think that their games are so important that they can pull a person from PC to go jump on a PC. I mean, from PC to go jump on PS5, sorry. I mean, listen, if I sit here and I sum up all the games you guys dropped to PC, if I sum them up, I know they generated 2.1 billion, right? They generated 2.1 billion, which is not that bad, though. It's not that bad. But, bro, there's like 800,000 gamers out there. And if only 4 or 5 million people bought it, I mean, that's it. IGN broke news about game, movie, and rumors. They're broke, yeah. They're physically broke in their mind, though, because seriously, they just don't have any other ideas on what to talk about. And it sucks that IGN writes this type of articles instead of talking about what's the greatest things that happened, though. But hey, it is what it is. I can't afford this. That is just principle. I don't value games enough to drop $70 on a pop on them. I stopped buying games frequently, and they went to 60 a pop. I'm on PC. I'm not going to buy a PS5. That's what I mean, though. Like, how are you gonna get a person to come to PlayStation 5? Because look, even though the game goes over there, right? It goes over there. What are they gonna do? They gotta sign in, right, to play the game. If it has multiplayer, they're gonna have to pay for the online, though. Like, why should you pay for that cheap ass online thing? On PC, online is for free. It's for free online. And that's when you hear, oh no, it's Alex building the PS5 compared to PC. That's why his arguments are always on the dot, though, when he says, hey, look, you got a PlayStation 5. You got to get the game. And then to have online service to play multiplayer, you got to pay for that service. While on PC, it's free. Was playing Stalker 2 and Down Light 2. Sweet. On Xbox plays so good. Yes, it does. I have good internet, play video games offline, single player, but the player who play only online are screwed. Well, the funny part is, sorry about that, chat. The funny part is these guys will not screw the online guys, because why won't they screw it? I'll explain to you. Because multiplayer was there. It was fantastic, though. People were playing multiplayer, like FarQ was playing what was it? Arc Raiders, and Fortnite was actually working. Let's keep going down the list to see what's happening. Because, man, this is funny. Ah, Stallion's having a baby. Congrats, Stallion. Baby girl incoming. Awesome, man. Awesome. Congratulations, man. Seriously. That's good. That's good. I wish one day I could make that announcement. That's awesome, man. Seriously, good luck with that. Good stuff. Let's see though. Going down the list. What? Uh-oh. Here we go. I hope he does, though. He should. I mean, that guy has got all the achievements in the world, though. That guy really worked hard to get his achievement. I love these titles. Talking point. How much has the Xbox outage affected you? Chat, how much did it affect you? I'm being serious, though. How much did this thing affect you, chat? So let's read what Pure Xbox has to say, which we all know that Pure Xbox, I think, is part of IGN too, but okay. So, according to Xbox supporter servers are up and running again for the most of the day, July 27, impacting thousands of players, myself including, and leaving me unable to play most of my games. Craig, go outside. Sifting through social media platforms for the general reaction while keeping an eye on the Xbox status page for Miracle. Oh, for a miracle. Okay. Continues to paint a bleak picture of digital-only future. My thoughts are already that with the Xbox Series S owners. Seriously? Who don't even have the option of turning to their physical library. Not like it would change much, as Microsoft Service outage hasn't even spared my precious physical disc-based games. Not my disc. Aww. When it comes to my console, so you're trying to... So wait, hold on a second. Has even spared my precious physical disc game base. You guys still... I mean, after reading this... Hold on, chat. I'm having so much fun with this. You still have not figured out that those physical games are not yours? Because, again, bro, you guys need to wake up and smell the roses, for fuck's sake. Understand something. The box of the disc is yours. The picture that comes in the box is yours. The disc in the box, the physical disc, is yours. Now, the content inside the disc is not yours. You can resell the game, no problem. Someone can pick it up and all this stuff, but the content inside is not yours. If everything goes down, especially with a disc that you need to get that signal from Xbox in order to play your game, and shit, you did not get it, then your disc would just not work. It doesn't matter what company it is, this is what happens to any company. If they have a major outage, if they have a disc that is linked to something that has to do with that online stuff. If it needs to get an online signal to be sent in order for you to play your game all the time, then that's how it is. When it comes to my console, I haven't been able to sign in, but I can't get a single disc game or digitally and working. It doesn't matter whether they're already installed on my Series X and Series S, and even games I had in Quick Resume refused to launch. I got creative too, closing my eyes and pretending I didn't care one bit whether the game would actually launch or not. But every time I open them, I will see this error picture above. I am so sorry that you do not have an option to go outside. I mean, are you in a submarine? Because you're in a submarine, I can understand this. Are you in, where are you at, though? And of course, you know, if you're in a submarine, you can grab some cards and play a little bit of poker, you know, and just have fun with something else, though. Or go look at the rate. I don't know, but seriously, I'm being serious, though. So I've been trying to find alternative ways to play my Xboxes, and I've actually had more success with the Xbox for PC app, allowing me to boot replace on the ROG Ally and main desktop rig without any problems. Oh, wait a minute. So, chat, hold on a second. What are you bitching about then? So let's read this again. I am trying to find alternative ways to play on my Xbox games and haven't really had more success through the Xbox for PC app. And I've actually had more success through the Xbox for PC app, allowing me to boot replace on the ROG Ally and main desktop root without any problems. So you had an option to go play somewhere else. And you're bitching about what happened on Xbox. Diablo, por Dios mío, diablo, que gente más ñame. Sorry, Chad, I had to say it that way because it's the truth, though. Seriously, that's what I want to do, man. Shut up, man. Come on, man. What about you? Has the Xbox server outage affected you? Be sure. Oh, yes, it really did, you know. It really affected me, Chad. I mean, you know, I spent the rest of the day over here crying and you know, I cannot live without it, chat. I just can't. Be sure to let me know in the post. Tell me what it was. No, it's just all lucky for me. Let's vote. See what it get, though. I can't play anything. Can you play physical games? Nope. Vote. Craig was a video producer at Pure Xbox when he covered the biggest games in the Xbox world. Well, Craig, I mean, you are just lost in the dawn time. Because, chat, I bet you all did the same thing. If you were at that moment trying to play a game, what would you guys do? I mean, if you wanted to play games, you got another way to play. Either you got a PS5, or you either got a PC, or you either got a ROG Ally like you do. If one does not work, then go jump on the other. Seriously. Outage on a Sunday night to Monday morning is no biggie for... But I was playing on Sunday, chat. You know, I spent all day playing Assassin's Creed all day on Sunday, pretty much. I got in around, what time was it? 2 or 3, what was it? 2, 3? I don't know. 3 p.m. and I was on there playing my game till late. I didn't have any problems, though. And I even downloaded the bicycle game, too, to try it out. Try to send some of the spy. Another Chinese cell phone brand that was starting big. It turned out to be Spiral Machine. It was banned. The CEO went to jail. That was called Huawei, I think it was, that had a problem like that, but... Plenty of complainers especially. Yeah, I mean, that's true, though. I mean, I'm trying to understand, though, like, why was he complaining, though? Like, he's mad because your Xbox not working. Okay, if you have a ROG Ally, then launch your fucking ROG Ally and play your games on ROG Ally if you had the problems on the console, though. Yep. I mean, look. Look, it doesn't matter. Wherever you're at, it's simple. I mean, let me tell you something. If I... with this cell phone, talk Xbox, and talk everything Xbox, and, you know, talk to my cell phone and keep on saying Xbox. All of a sudden, my TikTok might come by and be like, oh, look, it's Xbox content. Or YouTube might come by and say, oh, look, it's Xbox content. Or, if you have Instagram, which I don't, it will come out and say, oh, look, there's Xbox content. That's what it would do. China would be the powerhouse, and no one's safe enough from anyone. We know that they want to get from Spain in the UK good food receipts. But that's the thing, though. No matter what, cell phone listens to you. They do. It's kind of funny, though. I was talking about flan the other day and pancakes and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I went to the Facebook thing, Shorts, Facebook Shorts or whatever it is, because, you know, I do have Facebook for the marketplace and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I see flan. I see this, I see that. Like I said, they listen to you. And if you talk about apartments or you want to buy a house, all of a sudden your cell phone's going to give you house things. You'll be like, what? But then wasn't I talking about this earlier? That's what it does. Everyone listens to you. But incredible that this guy wrote this article. How much did it affect you? It didn't do shit to me. You know what I did? Oh, it's out? Okay. What am I going to do? Step outside. Like I usually do. Went to work like I usually do. That's all I did. And what was the problem, though? None. We just went to do what we gotta do every day. That's it. Nothing else. Japan Studios was closed as it couldn't drive hardware sales. Aww, so sad. Speaking of which, this is something that came up on the news. Says here, Martin Keeley, the former head of Blizzard's Battle.net has joined Epic Games to oversee the Epic Game Store and take on Steam. Martin, who oversaw Battle.net for more than 7 years and will improve Epic's PC storefront while developing new features to elevate players, creators, and developers. Yay! Awesome stuff right there. Yes, go ahead and try to get people to come to the Epic Store. You got a lot of work ahead of you. But yeah, try to make it better for everyone, my friend. Go for it. And I hope that when you do something cool, I hope everyone, gets your idea and does the same thing. Yep. Let's keep going. Chat. Nintendo's original Pokemon US presentation is a style that reveals the roots of the franchise success. Okay, so now we're talking about Pokemon though? Damn. So, Masters of the Universe, #1 in Eternia in the world. Watch Masters of the Universe now on Prime Video. By the power of Grayskull, let's go. #1, baby, let's fucking go. I'm proud of that. Now get me Masters of the Universe 2. Go get it for me. Get it. Now I know that when they do part 2, they're gonna get a lot of people to jump into that one. Yeah. Why I keep getting furries then? Why do we want a furry though? To be fair, they want to play their games on Xbox, they should be able. Don't pay 600, 700, 800 for just games you want to launch. That goes for any platform. I can go weeks without gaming sometimes. I'm just busy. It's called being an adult though. No more social media like Facebook or other app China restrictions in place. Steam #1. And #1 in what though? I can go weeks. Let me see. So He-Man Masters of the Universe, yep. So He-Man Master of the Universe, yeah. He-Man Master of the Universe, yep. That's it. Did I say that? Oops, sorry about that. And speaking of which, look what this dude said too. Oh man, I saw this dude, I was like, man, this dude ain't never happy though. God, this dude, seriously? Let me show you, chat. Let me show you what happened over here. So Ryan McCaffrey, guy from IGN who's always, kind of mad or something against, I don't know, everything that's in the stock here or something, because he's the guy who reviewed Alien Isolation and gave it a 5. And he says, well, I watched Masters of the Universe on Prime Video over the weekend, and I didn't think it was very good. I appreciate the sincere attempt to make it self-aware, but in the end, it just didn't hit for me. So Wildface says, I'm curious if you grew up with the series. It was as faithful as you can get while grounding it enough for the average moviegoer. I didn't indeed, he says. Wow. And you did not like Masters of the Universe. This is why I don't trust you, man. Every time. When you go out there and review these video games, though, especially Alien Isolation, which you give it a 5 point something, I think it was. And then you were out there like, oh, I should go out there and play this game again. Oh, you should go out there and play this game again, huh? I think I did not review it as well. Oh, you think you did not review it as well, though? Let me see if I can get the English. Oh, this is Latin America again. Okay, that's it. Let me go get the English version. Choose region, United States. Yeah, so it was though. The same guy that gave that review to that game is out there talking bad about Masters of the Universe. He never gonna be happy, chat. No matter what happens, he's never gonna be happy about that. Megan Target says, do you think Xbox can steal some of Sony's thunder if Microsoft next console continues to support physical media? Look, let me explain to you something, right, about the physical media situation right here when it comes down to Xbox though. Look, Megan, no matter what, doesn't matter what releases next generation, what's gonna happen the next day, or what comes out, next generation. I do not know what's gonna happen with the physical media side of things, because the problem with the physical media side of things is for years there's been little by little, ejecting. There's some people out there who buy a console, like for example, when we read the news about Matt Piscatella, Circana, that he said that 73% of the people bought a console with a disc, is because people want to have that option. It's not like they bought that console just to buy physical. No. Because if it was true, then those numbers would have been way more bigger than how they were. They bought that console so they can have the option just in case they go to Walmart. They go to a store and like how, what's his name? Matrius did one day. He found Anthem for like $5. They want to have that option there. But here is what I think, though, where they could take advantage of and how it will be a win. If they can figure out a way that if they go in and find a way that you can, sell your digital content or put it for sale or something, they can do what you can do with the physical, then that will be something interesting. And if you get money back and stuff like that, that will be something that will be really interesting if Xbox does that. Now, another thing is, though, the next box might come out without a disk drive, but I think they'll even tell you can plug an external disk drive into it like it is with PC though. Kind of like, you remember the 360 back in the day when it came out? It had that external HD case thing that you can put in the games in there or movies in there to watch movies though. It had that, so maybe they can do that. So you can have an external just in case you want to play physical. And the best thing about this is that if they actually can get the other thing working, that is that if you install the game on the Xbox, right, your disc version into the Xbox, that you can have the game already on digital and you don't have to get the disc out or putting the disc back in to play the game. That's another fantastic win. So, and a good way to preserve it, and a good way to preserve the game on there. So yeah, at the end of the day though, when it comes down to the physical thing, I don't know what's gonna happen. Now, can I say that the Helix might not come out with a disc? I mean, or with a disc like a lot of people are saying out there. I don't know. But like I said, if it does come out without this, at least, I think they're going to have an option that you can put an external disk drive onto it and download the games on it. So yeah, probably, that's what's probably going to happen, though, at the end of the day. But we're going to have to wait and see, though. And even though they can have it physical, though, I mean, how long will these companies keep on making CDs, though? Because that's another question that we need to sit here and understand, though. How long are these companies going to do something with these physical CDs, though? Because we don't know if they're going to end that soon. Because the problem is, Megan, even though they got a window of opportunity for them, as you say, LG said, we're done with Blu-rays. So I'll give you an example. LG said that. I don't know what other companies have said it. What other companies have quit making Blu-ray players? Let's go see, though. Oh, here's so. Oh my God. Wow. This is interesting. Check this out. Watch this. Wow, I did not know this, chat. And we're learning something new today. Watch this right now. Other companies have quit making Blu-ray players right? Samsung left the Blu-ray market in 2019. Oppo quit making Blu-ray players in 2018. LG ceased production of Blu-ray players in 2024. Panasonic still manufactures Blu-ray, so that's only one company. But looky right here. Sony has not released a Blu-ray player since 2018. These companies have all exited the Blu-ray player market, leaving Panasonic and Sony as the most major players still manufacturing these devices. Wow. So wait, but you said they ceased though, and now they're... Okay, I don't understand what you mean by that, but that's interesting to see though. But like I said though, a lot of these companies have quit it, so it's only Panasonic making Blu-ray players. And like I said though, how long are they going to go and continue on with making Blu-ray discs though, or Blu-ray video games, or whatever it comes in disc though? That's something that, you know, I can sit here and like look at it and be like, how long will it last though? Helix needs external shit. Yeah, it does. I agree. It does need it. That's something that it does need though. It does need it does need a disc drive too, you know. So yeah, I mean that's my, and I'm telling you my opinion right here about it though. I mean, it could be wrong, and it's cool if I'm wrong about this, because at the end of the day, it's nice for the people who like to buy the physical stuff, you know, that they have that option though. I'm more digital, so yeah. When I go to Google, there are a lot of brand new VR players. Is gonna pick one up. When those lasers die and no one is making them anymore, good luck playing your physical library. Yeah, that's what I mean though. When will that? How long will that last though? Who manufactures the external Blu-ray though? Who manufactures it though? There's a lot of companies that still manufactures though that stuff. But they're external though, because at least that option exists though. That if you got Blu-ray disc, you know, for PC, that exists though. And I think they sell, but they don't sell much. But it's for the people who got disc though. Games that are still physical and stuff like that, or pictures saved on a CD. You know, there's people that save a lot of pictures. And not only that, it's not really that expensive though. It's actually in a really good price though. It's like $50 just to get that external drive. Wow, can you believe that? We found something cheap for the PC. A disc player, yes. I googled it up the other day, and I was like, wow, this is not that expensive though, so that's cool. That's cool. Another thing though, you know, PlayStation even said that they're going to stop making the physical thing that goes to the PS5 though, the physical external drive. They're gonna quit it by 2028. Now they're selling it like one per person though, so that means that they probably stop production and they want to sell it one per person until they're all out and not doing it anymore. That's what it seems though. At least that thing is selling compared to the what's the other one? The thing that they made, the VR headset. Yes, at least that's selling even more than the VR headset. Yeah, I made it funny. I know, chat. I know. I had to make that funny though. I had to, chat. I had to. Yeah, that's what I actually see. That's what I actually believe when it comes down to the Blu-ray players and all this stuff. I don't know where we're heading to, chat. But all I know is one thing, though. Who's going to keep on buying them, though? It's going to get to a point where, yeah. VR dead. We are VR, VR, we are VR, VR, we are VR troopers. Hey, go, virtual reality. Why the hell did I get that song in my head now? Shit. That was a good show though back in the day. I gotta say though. Yeah. He was looking for his father. Did he ever find his father though? Did he ever find his father though? I think he did though. Yeah, remember how they fumbled PSVR 2 for PC? I definitely do. I'm telling you, Louis, they hate PC. Oh yeah, they did. I mean, they got the external drive for the PC, and yet if you get that external drive right for the PC, they they what's it called? They said that literally like almost like 9 of the 10 things that the PSVR 2 can do cannot work on PC though. The only way it can work if you go to the PS5 though. Like what the hell? Did his father go to the corner store to get some cigarettes and never came back? Yeah, it was kind of like a weird thing with that plot of that show though. He was looking for his father, he could not find it though. But kind of funny though, and weird, that he becomes a VR trooper. And they have all the technology in the world. They have all the technology in the world to do anything in that show. I'm not kidding you. To build a suit, a powerful suit, to chop bad guys in half and all that shit. But they cannot find the father? What the hell's going on with this shit? Beetleborgs. That was Beetleborgs too. Louis was the guy in the Barney suit. Why in the blue hell would I want to get in the Barney suit though? Unless I was, gonna get hit by a car or something doing some crash dummy testing, then I would get in the Barney suit though. But no, that would hurt like hell. I remember Chick Lateef from Digital Foundry was really glazing PSVR 2 when it came out. Of course he is. They always glaze that everything that PlayStation does. If PlayStation, look, I'm not kidding you. Listen, if PlayStation does a toilet, that if you sit on it, you don't even have to push because it's gonna suck the shit out of you, they'll glaze it. Not kidding you. They'll glaze it, say this is the perfect toilet. You guys cannot imagine. It's got they're gonna say it's got a 10.0 seat where you sit there and you're comfortable. You don't even have to stand up. And not only that, if you want to play a game, it comes with a sidewind TV as airplanes do. All you gotta do is, turn it around. You can play PlayStation on it. What games will you play while you take a shit? And no worries, the controller will clean itself. Really? Yeah, that VR2 was Sony's biggest stupid. That was another one too. Another one too. That was another mistake from Sony. I can't believe they made a VR headset without backwards compatibility. If it would have had backwards compatibility, though, a lot of people would have bought it and played it. But that shit didn't have nothing, though. The PlayStation Party, yes, there you go. Media will glaze it, but nobody ends up buying like their games headset. Laugh out loud. Hey, Magnum Force, what's up, bro? Good morning. But I'm not kidding you, though. That's what it is, though. Potty Station Pro, there you go. Yeah, if you get the Pro version, you know what it does, though? The Pro version will literally get you off your butt and clean it. That's what it would do. And then we'll glaze it. Chat, remember, you guys need to understand something. Remember, chat, all these dudes out here are sponsored, the majority of them. They won't tell you. At least we know from Christopher Dream, though, because he was the one who actually said it, though. Yeah. Nasser, fine way, people enjoy music, but dark side of it, it was back day and explodes in internet. Yeah, I remember what happened to Nasser, and thanks to Metallica, though, and Metallica got a lot of hate for that after that, though. They have not been the same after Napster, though. Between Xbox recorded the outage and PlayStation hasn't reported shit whatsoever. Oh, they did report shit. Their shit was their vinyl CD thing. That was the thing they reported. They showed everyone, hey, even though physical's gone to hell, but look, we're selling vinyl CDs for you guys to pick up a vinyl and play your music in a physical version. Ah, nice. Good job, Sony. We love you for that. The buttons are going to be digital, and they're going to love it haptics at all. I think we talked about those buttons a long time ago. That controller was old, though. I talked about it in an episode when I first saw it, and I was like, why in the blue hell do we need a digital controller, though? For what? To play what, though? How the fuck is that shit gonna work, though? But it is, they can figure it out, though, so yeah. Yep. Oh, man. Chat, imagine you. How can we, what kind of example can we use, though? We need an example, though. I'll use my cell phone. So, I know we play mobile, right? But imagine you having a controller with no buttons on it, looking for those buttons like, okay, I gotta press this. I mean, literally, you gotta map that sucker. You gotta map that sucker and try to get in there, though. But I don't know how that one's gonna work, though, but it will be interesting to see. Hey, X-Lines Gaming, good morning. Xbox and Sony have been hacked too many times. No, Laos boys, no. Correct this. Sony has been hacked way too many times. Xbox has not been hacked yet. Of course, people try to hack it, but they stop it, though. But Sony has been hacked. Well, phew. Sony at this point reminds me of from that girl from Double Fine who said that they were seeing any dumb idea to go pitch to Microsoft. Only they are seeing the dumb ideas only get ponies to defend with their lives. I mean, I don't think it could have been hacked. Here's the thing, though, chat. We don't know, but it could have been hacked, though. One thing is one thing is that these guys can go in there and try to hack it, but Xbox got a good security and then go out there and kill it. But Sony, though, on the other hand, was hacked. And it keeps on being hacked. And they keep on taking their accounts. They keep taking out your information. Wow. So I'm Googling this right now. I mean, there was, remember that dude, what was that dude that came out the other, it was like a couple of days ago, that dude that came out and, you know, went out there on Twitter and said, oh, you know, hey, look, I must had a couple years back, but that was the first time about talk of a hybrid console, yeah. But no, Sony really does get hacked, though. Sony got hacked the other day with, what's it called, with Crunchyroll. They lost a lot of information with Crunchyroll. They got hacked with several stuff, though. Sony has been hacked. Woo-wee. Damn. Onimusha PS5 drops the Series Classic puzzle boxes. Right. Oh, Spider-Man gets 10 out of 10. Good. Always. Let's see. So wait, hold on a second. Cuddles, chaos, and calculated moves take on a psychic masters and turn-based creature combat game with bond of greater. Oh, so now Fortnite is taking Pokemon ideas? Uh-oh. Nintendo gonna sue you. Uh-oh. Nintendo gonna sue you. We're gonna be laughing. Hey, what's up, Backlog? How you doing? Sony security reminds me of the glitch people used in the 80s where whistles from McDonald's free long distance calls. The super correct. Sony's login user password is Sony PR Pony 1234. I bet Sony's password is 12345. 12345. That reminds me of Spaceballs. Dun, dun, dun. That was the password inside the. Speaking of that, we're getting Spaceballs 2, guys. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for Spaceballs 2. Oh my god, I cannot wait for that. Oof, that's gonna be excellent. You bet I doubt it was that strong. Sue their asses. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that? Someone will come in and be, Nintendo will come and be like, hey, Fortnite, what are you doing over here? So let's see what else is out here besides Spider-Man getting good reviews. Of course that was gonna happen. A Dragon Age Remastered Trilogy is unlikely. Nobody lets Bioware. Okay. Oh, so no more Dragon Age. Well, I mean, the last one was yuck. Not a lot of people liked it, but yeah. So chat, who is excited for the Master Chief Collection? I mean, not the Master Chief Collection. I mean, the Halo campaign Evolve? I gotta get that sucker installed. You bet I doubt it is that strong, Lafala. Deceiver 40K, y'all assuming there's a password. Joey gonna be big mad. What do you mean Joey gonna be big mad? Why is he gonna be mad though? What's going on? Oh, you're assuming this password. Ah, shit. Oh, sorry, Chad. I got that a little late though. But yeah, but it's true though. I mean, Sony gets hacked all the freaking time. The other day they had their biggest data breach when it came out of the Spider-Man thing, and that was thrown out there. We knew how much it cost to make that game. So yeah, there's a lot of info. Even Rockstar got hacked the other day. They said, hey, listen, tell them to release the information, and they did though. And they didn't get much though. So yeah. So Mike Flanagan joins Henry Cavill's Warhammer 40K series at Amazon. I cannot wait for that show. I cannot wait for that show. Warhammer with Henry Cavill. Who plays Superman. It will always be Superman for me. Not this new dude though. I mean, this new dude is alright, but yeah, it's okay. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Box of Cloud that Joey hates. Yeah, Joey hates that cloud thing though. Every number with 0 and how to program code. Joey's blood pressure doesn't look like it's good enough shape to withstand him thinking about cloud gaming. Yep, he hates cloud gaming though. Trey Bone, I miss them too. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about today. I guess I already covered every important information though. Yeah, I guess we talked about everything though. So let's see though. Microsoft built a powerhouse chip and fit size of your palm. With code, do anything, even your privacy. Uh-oh. I mean, look, chat. Is Halo dead? It came and went? No, it's not that though. I mean, here's the thing though. Funny thing is though, X-Lance game. This game doesn't have a multiplayer. So once you're done with the game, what are you gonna do? Go in for the skull things? That's it? I mean, that's all you're gonna do? I mean, there's no multiplayer in that game. You can play it co-op several times with a friend though, and finish the game like 100 times though. But that's it though. Other than that though, that's nothing else. It doesn't have multiplayer. Like, yeah. I saw people complaining Fable will die because releases against Lao Fei. They're now competing each other. They're now trying to take the spotlight low. Louis, please tell me Fable will be okay. Go pull. I don't know. It all depends on how people want to spend in that game though. Because look, Lao Fei though is only for PlayStation, right? Lao Fei is only for PlayStation, but I'll give you this positive note. I know some people out there on PC. Some, I mean, the people I talk to, they wish they can stream or play Fable. And there is a lot of people talking about that Fable game. They're literally talking about like, oh shit, you know, I really want to play this game. They do. So, no doubt. Oh, people just want to download this shit. So, like I was saying, I'm looking for a Game Pass, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to download Halo. But ah, here it is. Okay, Game Pass. Alright, there you go. Let's install this SOB. I'm installing to have it installed, so free up space. Motherfucker. I thought I had space though. Son of a bitch. What should I delete though? Oh yeah, I'm deleting that game. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm not playing Power anymore. Wheel of Fortune? Why was I playing Wheel of Fortune though? Wheel of Fortune! Yeah, I'm deleting this game too. I'll wait for the full game. Beat Down City Survivors. Yeah, I'm deleting Undisputed. I don't like that game either. I guess that's it. Okay, good. So we got 74. Is that it? Alright, good. Let's see now if we can install this game. But yeah. But the thing is, though, that there's people who want to play this game. So I have no doubts that people will go ahead and play it. Or buy it, or pick it up. I'm not afraid like to say that Fable's going to fail, no. First off, you see the look of that game? Second, you see all the stuff you get to do in that game? I mean, that's the first thing that attracts people who wants to play a long game, right? Who wants to enjoy a long game, especially during that time. You saw the combat was pretty cool. I mean, Fable, the only way it can be bad is if the game comes out truly broken and in a hot mess. That's the only way. Get people out there to talk about how broken it is, though. Louis, you seem American. You seem American. Even when you live in another country, laugh out loud. You know, all of our tech and pop culture laugh out loud. To be honest, no. When I used to live in America back in the between 95 and 2000s, right? Really early 2000s, when I used to live there, things were different. Like, how can I say this though? There was, I don't know, things were different back then. Like you know, it wasn't social media. There was not a whole bunch of things that, you know, things right now that I need to learn and understand that I still don't know and understand though. But yeah. Would we be willing to sacrifice Fable and meant to sell it so poorly on PS and shows Xbox leadership that the PS Sports needs to stop entirely? But here's the funny thing though, Ubay. The PS Sports stopped entirely though, because they said it. They came out there and said, look, we're gonna, like, for example, when it comes to service games, of course, I say send them everywhere. Service games, right? Service games, right? I say send them everywhere. That's something that you know. When it comes down to services, right? But when it comes to single player games, I think they will. I'm gonna start pulling back on that, or decide what goes or what not. Can anyone live without tech for 20 years for their life? Yeah, they can. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, you can live without. If you want to go without tech, you can though. Just live your life. You can't do that though. They did not say it like that way. What they said was this. What they said was this though. That they were going to look at games, which one they're going to make exclusive, and they're going to put out games that were going to be multi-platform though. So that's the thing though. We're going to have to wait and see though. The Amish, yeah, the Amish don't have to, but they're rich as hell though. Amish, they're rich. Shit. But yeah, they live without technology though. Hey, what's up, Sablo? How you doing? Good morning. So yeah, I mean, there's people out there who live without technology. I know people, I mean, Will Ferrell, out of all people, has a BlackBerry. And he was yelling at Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart was making a joke, like he has a BlackBerry that's got tape on it. That was, you know, him saying. And you know, Kevin Hart had his iPhone, and Will Ferrell yelled at him. It's like, see, they listen to you. They don't listen to me. Ha, 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 because I got my BlackBerry phone. Which still works, though. I don't know about that, though, because, you know, why it's so serious. Yeah, I don't go around smelling people. I don't know who smells, who doesn't, though. I mean, there's some people that, you know, that, yeah. And no matter what, you cannot avoid that smell. You gotta watch out for them stinky things, man. Shoot. No way. I mean, the other day, I was questioning that the other day. Like the other day, I was riding my bicycle, right? I was, you know, training, and I see the people who like to roller skate, right? And I see they're roller skating a line though, and I see that their faces, like they're roller skating, right? But I see their faces are close to the other person's butt, and I'm like, but what happens if that person farts though? I mean, that line can fall and literally kill everyone in the back though. I'm not kidding you. Some Amish do. There's some people. There's a group of use some tech. Yeah. Louis, no text means hairy. No, they got knives though. Weird Al Amish Gangsters Paradise video is classic. I haven't seen a Weird Al video in years though. Damn. But you know what I mean though. Like, I was asking myself that question. Like, if people roller skating, like, what happens if that person farts though? I mean, the person faints though. I mean, and the ones in the back are gonna crash land and hit each other. But thank God on a roller skate, I ride a bicycle. Yep, Louis rides a bicycle. That's it. I ride a bicycle, nothing else. Nope. Not gonna roller skate. Nope, not gonna get into that. No. Let's see though. Oops. Let's see. Marvel Token Dev has apologized peacefully for better performance issues just a week before launch. Wow, they apologized a week before launch? Wow. After 15 years, Resident Evil 5 is no longer the highest selling entry in the series. Okay. And your point is you got nothing to write about, but alright. I don't mind sending Crazy Lou in Amazon rainforest and let's see if he can survive without tech. And you dare me to go to the Amazon rainforest without tech? I'll survive. I'm not afraid of. You act like I haven't done stuff in my life though. I mean, bro, I've gone to places that you're like, huh? I'm not kidding you. I've done a lot of things in my life though. I went to Pico Duarte. I've gone camping. I mean. And I survived though. I survived. You give me a knife and I'm good. You give me a knife and I'm good. All it is a knife. That's it. Nothing else. And you'll see I'll turn into John. And you'll see I will turn into Louis Rambo. I'll turn into Louis Rambo, man. Not kidding you though. I know how to spear fish, believe it or not. Because, you know, when I remember I caught a fish though with the spear thing though. I remember that one time. That was the only time I caught a fish though. It took me like an hour though, but I got one though. I was right there, I mean, with my stick though, and I went, soup, pa, caught the fish. Like, yeah, I got the fish. The fish tastes nasty though, but yeah, it was good though. Fun fact: I'm 7 years long. I'm surprised to see that the U.S. average. Ah, nice. But yeah, I can survive in the Amazon rainforest, no problem, man. Piranha is good too. So piranha dish is good. Crocodile is good too. So I can survive that. I already eaten crocodile, so I don't mind that. It's good meat. Mmm. Gator meat. Mmm. So I can survive that. I got no problems with surviving though. I turn into Louis Rambo. You see me like, put in my name. Yeah. Heck yeah. Look, all you know is how to use a microwave. Nah. I know a lot though, because I mean, I've learned a lot of tricks though. Like I know when it's gonna rain, when is it not. Because one thing I learned is to smell. Like there's a lot of people out there who just don't know how to like breathe the air. Like I know when it's about to rain. And I can tell you right away, even though it could be cloudy or not, sometimes there's clouds, right? People ask me, Lou, do you think it's gonna rain? All I gotta do is stick my nose out the window and smell, and I know if it's gonna rain or not because the humidity goes up. So that's one thing I learned around, you know, living throughout life though. How to smell things. Food and stuff. What was that movie where the dude was hiding from the mafia as an Amish man? I don't know. Google it up though. If you evil the game be demon inside system software and run through your brain. What? If you evil the game, what do you mean evil the game though? Which evil the game though? Louis, can it take rain like a pig? Thank you for that. Now you're calling me a pig. So if you evil the game, what are you talking about? What game though? Louis, you excited for Spider-Man? It looks good. Here's the thing though, like, look. I'll be more excited for Batman though, because Spider-Man's cool. I like Spider-Man. His movies are cool though. I mean, I'm not saying that like, oh, but it's not like, it's so amazing. No. Like, the Marvel movies are cool too, but I wasn't like that crazy about Avengers. I was like, oh god. Avengers assemble! Nah. Even though the plot was cool and everything, but I'm just like, oh no, you know? Uh-oh. Movie was called The Witness. Ah, there you go. There was another good movie about this guy who went into like hiding, went into hiding from his brother. I think it's American history of American violence or something like that. History of violence, I think it's called. History of something like that. I think it's a history of violence. Yeah, it was called History of Violence. And this dude just went out of nowhere, and he killed a robber, and he got on the news, and his brother saw him, and he sent his people over to him, like, come on, go get him. And his wife was like all freaked out because she did not know he was actually a criminal though. It was a good movie too. It was pretty good though. I liked it. And if not, I'll just do the truffle shuffle, and that always gets me out there alive though, to be honest though. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Yep, that's how it was. I can always smell when the Rock is cooking. Her Spider-Man is 10 out of 10. Spider-Man movie, of course, is going to be 10 out of 10. Louis putting his knot out the window, snores 3 times, and says rain is coming due within south in 12 minutes. Well, the thing is, Ube, once you ride a motorcycle, you got to know your stuff. You got to really watch it. And nowadays, it's kind of tough with the weather, how it is, though, because it's hard to predict the weather. But at the same time, though, you can actually get it like 90% of the time. So you got to learn how to do this stuff. History of Violence was a graphic novel. The movie was good. Yeah, it was. But yeah, I can smell stuff. Can smell animals. Like if I smell a deer, I know how a deer smells already. You know, I already know what it smells like. If the wind blows and I can smell the deer though. Yeah, I mean that's how it is though. I got Wolverine instincts. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't have that much instincts though. But yeah, you just gotta learn though. You gotta learn tracking and all that stuff. You know, if you've seen animal tracking, you know you gotta track the animal. Just in case though. How do you feel when you ride your wheel, Louis? How do you feel when you ride your wheel? Like, how do you feel when I ride the motorcycle, though? It feels good. Every time I go out there and grab the motorcycle, just enjoy life as it is. Because, you know, once I'm on the road, though, I enjoy nature or I enjoy what's in my surroundings. And you feel like the pure air running through you. It feels nice, though. I think canine police should be replaced by police bears. No, why would you want a bear though? They're faster, stronger, and track better than dogs. I see no downside. Well, they can get out of control and eat you alive though. That's a big downside. Apex, what is your Legend of White Dragon trailer? Maybe they say hungry as a pig. That's another thing though. Like if you get hungry though, like if you get hungry, your body instincts get in, and you start looking for food though. And so once you pick up on the smell, like, ooh, food, let's go eat. You know, that's how it is. But why are we talking about this though? Let's talk about games though. Huh? So now they can control it with grass though? Damn. So let's see though. Bear has 7 times better sense to smell than bloodhounds. Bears, I know what you mean though, but if that motherfucker gets out of control though, there ain't no stopping it though. You cannot control that though. So Capcom released figure sales of these main titles. Promata 2.51, Resident Evil Requiem 8.03 million, nice. Resident Evil 4 16.04 million. Resident Evil 2 19.75 million, wow. Resident Evil 3 14.52, Resident Evil 7 18.41, Resident Evil Village 15.86, Resident Evil 6 17.6, Devil May Cry 14.2, and MH World 30.45, wow. They're really cooking with that. Oh, Godzilla? Hell yeah, I love Godzilla though. Seeing gamers this weekend, Louis. As gamers, we tend to hear that you need to touch grass. I'm going further. My stepdad's taking up in his plane and letting me fly. Gonna grab bears. Nice. Like, look, listen. I know people would like to joke around with that, right? Like to go touch grass. But the thing is, some people out there, they focus too much on a console, so they get too attached to a console. You cannot get attached like that. I mean, you gotta do stuff. You gotta go outside. You gotta, you know, and besides touch grass, go outside, go watch a movie, go hang out with people, have a beer. I mean, there's so much fun stuff to do. Go to a park, like I'm doing every day from 4 to 7 p.m. I do that every single day, 4 to 7. I'm in my park, you know, exercising, getting my exercise in, trying to get, you know, to lose my weight. Because I'm pretty chubby, and I want to lose weight. That's the point that I want to do, you know, I want to get skinny again. So, that's why I'm out there, you know, doing my exercise. And it's important to do exercise because, you know, if you get way too fat, where it gets to a point that you're going to have to, yeah, like you're gonna have to what's it called? You can't you're gonna need help to lose weight. It's tough though, so that's why, you know, you gotta take care of yourself. You know, like gaming is cool, but it's not like the #1 thing out there. Yeah, I like music, work, go outside, and socialize. Yep, that's how it is though. I mean, look, sometimes, and this has happened to me, I could have the Xbox here, but like when I started riding the bicycle, I did not play literally Xbox for like a whole week because I was so tired because I was getting, my exercise in, and I just came back home. I was like, I'm tired. It happens to all of us. But yeah, you should take care of yourself, eat well, eat healthy, and of course, have fun. And once you're done with everything, go play your game. Because responsibilities come first, though. Which one? Louis loves 98 Godzilla? Which one's 98 Godzilla, though? And Alien Resurrection? Nope. No. Malcolm Blacks, listen. Every time I have the Alien conversation, I always say, watch 1 to 3. But 3, watch the director's cut. Because the director's cut was actually better than the original 3, right? That's it. But Resurrection for me does not exist. That movie is dead. That movie just does not at all exist. The alien queen had a baby and it had human skin. That was just ew. Empathetic. That was a stupid ass plot. I'm sorry. That was just bad plot. That explains a lot. The Diddy Godzilla? Fuck. Oh, shit. Don't get me started on that one, too. That was a stupid ass Godzilla. Like, it didn't do all the cool Godzilla stuff. The only thing it did was, what was it, chat? What did Godzilla do? Just climb up a building and smash cars and that's it? It didn't even have the breath either. I don't just play games all day, exactly. But yeah, but that Diddy Godzilla was awful though. Yeah, I gotta say though, the design though was pretty cool. Like the Godzilla look was awesome. We gotta admit that. But the movie sucked though. The movie was bad. It was bad. Awful. I mean, hell, even the Godzilla drop kick was better than that. You don't have a pedal bike, Louis. What's a pedal bike, though? What's a pedal bike? What is that? Pedal bike. You mean like a bicycle with pedals? Yeah, that's the one I ride every day. I ride that bicycle from 4 to 7 p.m. I'm doing 60 miles now. 60 miles. I mean, not 60, no, 40 miles, sorry. So 40 miles, which goes down to 60 kilometers. Sorry, I got it confused, though. So I'm doing pretty much 40, 42 miles, every day. That's what I'm doing on a bicycle, though. I'm getting strong, Chad. I'm getting strong. Healthy and strong, and, I'm loving it. Speaking of which, let me see what's going on over here. So already installed Halo. You ever going riding out with D-Batch? Who's that dude? Who D-Batch? E-bike is cheating, says Apex? No, it's not. Nope. No, it's not, Apex. It's not cheating. Funny story is that people think that e-bikes is a way to cheat. No, there's an e-bike that, yes, you can cheat with it. And that's the e-bike that if you have if you have to accelerate with your hand, that's cheating. Now there's an e-bike where you gotta pedal. And if you quit pedaling, the e-bike slows down. Now that one is a really good, that was a really good bike though. Because the thing is, yeah, I still have a motorbike. So the thing is about e-bikes is this, right? E-bikes have a safety net, right? They only let you go to 20 miles per hour. That's it. You can go 20 miles per hour. That's tops on the e-bike. But chat, the problem is that if you have a love-hate relationship with the e-bike, right? So the e-bike, when you start pedaling and you start to try to push more power into it, like I've done it with the e-bike though. Like the e-bike, sometimes when I start pushing more power, I brought the e-bike up to 30 miles per hour, which makes it 50 kilometers per hour. So yes, that's me pushing the e-bike. I pushed e-bikes up to 30. But once you stop pushing, guess what the e-bike does? Woo, it rounds back down to 20. So yeah, e-bikes are fucking, and not only that, it's heavy too. They're heavy ass bikes. Can't this Godzilla movie that has a professional in it? Oh, you're talking about Leon the Professional? D-Batch. Oh, yeah. Oh, D-Batch is the guy who goes out there and was talking about the PS. Wasn't he the guy who went out there and said that the PS5 Pro was going to be RDNA 4.0? It was going to be all this, and he was letting a lot of misinformation out there with the PS5 Pro and lies and shit like that. That he had read this and this was true because he read about it. Wasn't it him? I'm getting confused. You can unlock some e-bikes, yeah, but for me, for example, I have an e-bike, right? I'm using an e-bike, and I don't want to unlock it because if I unlock it, I'm gonna break it because I give it too much power. Right now, like I said, I'm getting stronger with the bicycle because it's heavy, and plus I'm pushing. I don't quit pushing. So when I ride that bicycle though, I'm going 30 miles per hour, man. It's fucking crazy. Most e-bikes can go up to 100. Yep, just like a motorcycle. That's what I want to do it though. I feel like D-Batch is really a PC shill. All he do is PC benchmarks. Yep, that's what he does. Yep. 4070. Oh, he pushed the PS5 Pro 4070 nonsense as well. Now it's well documented the Pro is much slower than this GPU. Oh, the PS5 Pro is all with AI escalated. That's what he did though. But yeah, I mean that's what the PS5 Pro is. It's an AI thing. PizzerTech is just an AI thing, an AI upscaler. 4070, man. You guys are just a bunch of faders, man. Oh, that's what he said, though? Shoot. E-bikes around me have strict rules. If you communicate the limitators or take e-motorbikes on the sidewalks or trails, then your parents, if you're a minor, will get us L, yeah. Yeah. They're heavy. I gotta tell you something. My bike weighs 60 pounds. Imagine me pushing that bike, a 60-pound bike, just to get stronger. So yeah, that's what I do, chat. Ride bicycles every day. So chats, listen up. The crazy ones gotta go, chat. I gotta run some errands. I gotta go take some dates, which is in Spanish datiles. I gotta take some dates. I gotta go run some errands and then head over to the office, chat. Yes, I have to. Question, Louis. How much is planning in the background worth? How much is painting in the background worth? I bet you're loaded. Which painting? Oh, this one? Why, you want to buy it? I'll sell it for you. I'll sell it to you. No joke. No, the thing was, that painting, my father bought, not my father. My father got a decorator to buy that painting like 30 years ago, and supposedly the price on that painting was $1,800, I think it was, dollars back in the day, and my father bought it. And so that painting has gone to every house, and I'm trying to sell it. I'm trying to get it out of here. I'm selling it for $2,500. That's how much I'm selling that painting for, $2,500. I want to get it out of here. Shoo. Out the house. I want to get it out. No more. 1 month Game Pass for painting. But yeah, I'm selling that sucker. I want to get out of it. I really do. I want to sell that painting. So yeah, it's gonna leave soon. That's what they say though. They say that, but no. Paolo, my country, everyone here rent box physical and digital games they don't own today. Everyone enjoying the rent box physical and digital games they don't own today. I don't know where you're going with this, but I mean, you guys are rent over there too because you're paying for a license though, so right. I don't know where you're going with this, but yes. You're thinking that you buy the physical game, you're not paying for a license. Well, my friend, I came to tell you, yes, you are. And if that game goes away, then all you have is a disc with just a disc with some drawings on it. Defo Haunted. You really think so? The Ghostbusters 2 painting. Ah. Probably worth in 2K, bro. I check it out. Yeah, I'm trying to find like how much it is worth. But supposed to be the painting is like $3.5 or $4,000 or something like that. But I'm selling it for 2.5 because I just want to get done with it. Because if I sell it, take it to an antique roadshow, that does not exist here, chat. That does not exist here. I wish I had someone like you can grab the painting, take it to a store, and they buy it from you, and then they sell it though. But no. FY, the Tomb TLC's Revelations on sale right now for $20. Sweet. Go ahead and get it, chat. It's a good game. Yeah, I don't have, that does not exist here. Antique Roadshow. But chat, before we go, tell me what you've all been playing. What you all been playing, chat? What you all been playing? What you all been doing? What you all been cooking? Go for it, chat. Guess I got a lot of errands to run today. I gotta run and do some things urgently. Because man is calling me. That's one of the errands I gotta do. %, correct, Lou. Having a disc is nothing more than a coaster. Yeah, I mean they're renting everything too, so I don't understand why they think Game Pass is bad. But to be honest though, Game Pass is not bad. I go in there, get the game I want to play, and that's it, and then delete it. Don't have to pay $70 for the damn license. The sad part about this is now they're starting to figure that out. Now they're starting to learn that everything is a license. And it sucks for them, it is. That they're starting to understand that. When we have tried to explain it to them for almost, what is it? Since Atari or something like that? Hell is Us, nice. I've not tried Hell is Us. Yeah, I know that's in Game Pass though. I kind of snuck up in there quietly though. People bring up not owning on Game Pass. Yeah, it's the same on effort. But okay, so again, what do they own though? They don't own jack shit. Not even on the physical, they own jack shit. I love it how they think they own everything. I mean, yeah, you tell yourself that. You keep believing yourself that. I'm just going to sit here and just watch you believe that all the freaking time. Yeah, we own this. This is ours. This is mine. Yeah. Okay. Then do this. Grab a CD burner and burn it. Go for it. And start selling it. Since it's yours, go for it. I dare you. And make sure you post that on the internet everywhere, because once you do that, I bet you that if you do it with Nintendo, you do it with Sony, you do it with Xbox, they're going to come knocking at your door and be like, what you doing? This is my shit. Fuck you. Or a third-party developer will come knocking your door and say, what you doing? This is my shit. Fuck you. And they're going to sue the hell out of you. You got to pay for it. That's what they're going to do. So, yeah, you keep telling yourself that you own stuff. It's kind of funny, though. Waiting on Terra Tech Legion update. It launched on Steam, but they have no verification process like Xbox does. It launched poorly, fucked up people. Oh man, that sucks. But chat, like always, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. That's seriously chat. You guys are the best. No joke. You are the best. So chats, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful day. Do mean a beautiful and an awesome Tuesday. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast. We do come back at 7 p.m. ET with Soundblow, the Big Plume, and Sun Cypher. And on Fridays, invite me to Don't Expand Espanol with Elvis Elencita Meta Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Little Gaming when I send the signal over there on Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on top of what's happening in the gaming news world. Chats, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one. Where's the outro? Oh, here we go.